Right guys, let's start this video here. We're at the north end of Pattaya and we're on Beach Road. And you know what? This is somewhere I've kind of never been here. I thought it was a mound of sand there, but it's not. It's some kind of break barrier for the ocean there. And just on my side here, on the right hand side, you've got the Dusit Thani. Yeah, the Dusit Thani, which is a really good hotel. Now the purpose of this video is that we're going to sort of have a walk down here. It's just a bit of a, you know, a soy walk. Well, it's not a soy walk, it's a beach road walk. And there's a lot of things that have gone on here recently in the last couple of years. I think this end is supposed to be sort of more sort of higher end. And the Holiday Inn, which is just behind me, has just been fully refurbished. I think they built an extension on it. I'm not sure. There seems to be one building that's new and one towards Sai Song that isn't. But I do know at the very front, they've got what looks like a brilliant restaurant, which is just opened. And at the end, sort of towards the end of this video, we'll go in there. And it's a smokehouse as well. So it should be nice. It looks nice, but it looks pricey as well. Koh Larn over here. Now look how clear it is. If you've been here for particularly the last 3 or 4 days, I've noticed that the air has become very clear. And Koh Larn, you can see it really, really clearly. A lot of the days from my condo, I'm not able to see Koh Larn from my condo, but I'm not able to see it on many days. But the last few days, it has been pretty clear. Virtually no pollution at the moment, and everything seems nice and fresh. What's this here? Is this to do with the work that's gone on? The development of it? To be fair, they have done a lot of work like during the lockdowns and then after the lockdowns along Pattaya Beach. Plus, don't forget, we have the beach extended, widened. So they've pumped a lot of money into the aesthetics of Beach Road. So here we've got a picture of jellyfish here, first aid, and it mentions here the box jellyfish. You don't want to go anywhere near one of them. These are absolutely deadly. One of the things with them, they're actually quite small, but they have tentacles that could be meters and meters long. And if you get that on you, you're going to go into anaphylactic shock, and you could possibly die, especially if you're young, if you're not built well. I had a mate when we were scuba diving out in the bay, so out in Pattaya. We were coming up on from a wreck, because there's plenty of wrecks out here. Well, it's about 2 or 3, and on the rope, there must have been a tentacle that was caught on the rope. As you know, they're coming up, and it went around his neck. And I think he must have had about 6 weeks in and out of hospital. We had to get an emergency speedboat. He went into anaphylactic shock. So it's not good. But they're not supposed to be here for some reason. I think they drift up from what I was told, Australia. So just be careful of box jellies.
One question, why vinegar and pissing on the wound?
Do not rub the wound, you're right. Pour vinegar over the wound. Yeah, this will help to release the tentacles, the stings, yeah? But there's a myth, and it says about peeing on it. Do not ever pee on a jellyfish on a wound, because it'll make it a lot worse. That was a complete myth. And I think it was maybe aimed at the man of war jellyfish, but definitely not anything like a box jellyfish. It'll make it 10 times worse. So literally now, as you come around the corner, you've got restaurants and hotels here. I mean, this one's been here quite a while. The Prego. I've never eaten in there. Maybe we should try that one time. The logo reminds me of Pret a Menage, and every time when I see these seeds, I thought it was Pret a Menage, but it's not. It's Prego. And then here, this is the new. I'm presuming it's the new Holiday Inn, and because there's one behind it that's an old building, more older building. So this has gone really upmarket now. I think it's like 5-star, but it looks great. And at the end of this walk, we'll go in, but I believe it's going to be expensive. See if we can meet up with somebody who's an expert in food. Maybe we can. Right, I'm going to cross over, because this is the restaurant I was talking about. I don't know the name. It just says Smokehouse there. So maybe it is just called Smokehouse, but it's attached to the Holiday Inn. Let me just tell you something about crossroads in Thailand. You've seen it, especially in Pattaya. Cars just drive straight over them. The Thais just don't seem to see them. But any Thai you speak to, what they'll say to you is, no, there's no traffic light on it. If there's a traffic light, they'll stop. If there's not, they won't stop for some reason. Is that right, Dan?
Yep.
They believe that there should be a traffic light. Now, you just missed that. I just nearly got knocked over, and it wasn't by a Thai person. It was by a Korean person who just drove straight around me on a crossroad. So this is it here, guys. I think I'll have to have a look what it's called in a bit, but it says Smokehouse and Grill. It looks absolutely fantastic. What are the prices going to be like? We'll come back there anyway. We'll keep walking down here, and we'll have a look what else is new along here. There you go. That's what it's called. It's called The Collection. Bar, Smokehouse and Terrace. And I think it's only just open this week. But at the end of it, we'll go back in and we'll try some food. So here we've got Gulliver's. This has been here quite a few years as far as I'm aware. And then next to it there's a 7-Eleven. It's not somewhere where you're going to be going mongering, but it's somewhere where you could bring your tasty treat with you. Green Tree. I'm not sure how long that one's been there. There's a few people in there. Now this one here, there's a restaurant at the front. This place is like a shopping centre, and there's an hotel behind it. There's Harrat's Pub, there's the Moon, and also at the very front here, there's what's called Player Bistro Lounge. Now we did a video here probably about 2 years ago when they first opened, and it is absolutely delicious. We had a great night in here. I think they do some craft beers, all that kind of thing. Very, very nice. But there's other things inside here I've never been in. What's that one? Harbland Village. So you've got like a kind of shopping centre in there. There's tattoos at the front, and there's also looks like a plastic surgery clinic in there called V Plast Clinic. Okay, now there's one here which I haven't noticed before. It's called Red Steps. It says breakfast 250 baht. I presume that'll be sort of buffet breakfast style. I'm not really into a lot of these buffet breakfast style because I'm not into the sausages, what they do. They're not my thing. But I don't know, I've not been in. But again, somewhere else that I need checking out. Then they've got the Sandalay. And then over here, we've got another restaurant I've never been to. Let's walk along. And here we've got the very strange name, Fat Coco. Must be beautiful. Never been inside here. It's somewhere, again, I want to go in. I want to have a try of it. These places are busy in the evening. I have drove past many times. But I'm just showing you what is along this beach road now, particularly the north side. Now, if you remember, like sort of a couple of years ago, or pre-COVID, towards Walker Street, that was the busy side. Now, that side, it seems a bit derelict. He's coming back more, but it seemed, was it Best Friends? There's a beer bar complex. My very first bar I ever went to, I think it was called Best Friends. They knocked that down like during COVID, but they haven't replaced it. I think the land is for sale, but that's right by Walker Street. That end of town seems a bit sort of derelict, but this end of town is really going up. Now, just behind Fat Coco's, I have seen these before, but I don't know what they are. Maybe it's A1, A2. I'll have to have a look on the signs over there. But you've got like a ship-shaped building there, which is a hotel with a lighthouse. Then, Dan, if you just point the camera to the left, that's the shape of the rear of the ship, yeah? So it looks like the front and the rear. This one, it's written in Thai, but it's in English on the other side, and it's called the Charming Inn. I'm going to be honest here, I don't think I've ever noticed that before. It's the first time I'm having a proper good look at this end of town. But there was already things here. But this is the side of the building now. Look at the ship shape. No, just here on the opposite side. Again, I've not seen this one before, and it's called BF Cafe Gianna. Looks like a coffee shop with obviously food in there as well. But that's got to be quite new-ish. I can't remember that being there before the lockdowns. And there's also next to it, that looks like a hotel there called Baboon. Is it Baboon? Baboona. Now we've got another one here next to the beachfront hotel, and this is called Note Food and Drink. That's another one I haven't seen, but it looks nice. It looks like it's got air conditioning inside. Nice sea views as well. Beach Bar Sexy Bay. I've never seen that one up there before, just above McDonald's. Now, if you just pan to the left, Dan, you've got the bay. I think this used to be an hotel behind, but there's like shopping centres in here. Before we've stopped here, we've had gyoza, which is really dim sum, but it's just, I think it's the Japanese word for it. But there's a Starbucks coffee there as well. There's banks inside, you can go in there. There's a lot going on. Now, the last one is, because we're only just going to come to this side, we're near to Pattaya Klang, and that is Soy 6 over there. So we're just going to stop here. I've just noticed this one here, I didn't see this here before, which is Danksters Beach. It's a weed shop. As we know, there's a lot of them at the moment. I'm trying to work out which one is the most gone up recently. Is it weed shops or is it massage shops? Because there seem to be weed and massage everywhere. These are the two biggest sort of expansions after the lockdowns, the massage and the weed shops, which 2 years ago now became legal. Right, now what we're going to do now, we're going to go back up to the Holiday Inn and we're going to try that Smokehouse. Let's go. we're back here. I have changed. We came back a bit later. Tonight what we're going to do is we're going to go to a party later, so we'll leave a video for that at the very end. You know, when we came earlier, there was hardly anybody here, but there is quite a few people about. Don't forget, it's only 10 days old, this, but it's absolutely beautiful if you go inside here. The prices are, I'll run through it at the end. They're both normal, but you've got to realise it is a 5-star setting. It is absolutely stunning inside there. Everything's top end, even out here. But we decided sitting there because there's no air out here. And it's a bit hot. We did sit here, so we've gone inside where it's got aircon. So you got the choice of both. You've got aircon or you can sit out here, but wow, it's beautiful. But what's the food going to be like? Let's find out. This is inside. It is absolutely beautiful inside, and you can tell it's all brand new. And no money has been declared here. Right, now food-wise, I've ordered a selection of food. Probably is going to come to about 3,500 baht, so it's not cheap. What I've ordered is a seafood combo. So I've gone for the Smokehouse, and I've gone for brisket. I've also ordered some sliders, so we'll wait for it to come. I think it's going to be good. So mine has just arrived. Okay, what have we got on here? We've got some gherkins there, some bit of salad. I don't know what that is there. Some kind of pickle. Then we've got some brisket here. Look at the brisket. That's brisket. These are beef short ribs. Look at the chips. Wow, a bit unusual. Crispy and nice. So here I've got a bit of brisket. It looks good. Look at all the fat on that. To me, brisket is the nicest part of the cow, as long as it's cooked properly. So we've got a bit of fat in there. Oh, that fat straight away just melts and that acts as like a butter. The flavour, oh man, that's better. It's actually better than I thought. Oh wow, that's one of the nicest pieces of briskets I've ever had. I'm not getting that. That's absolutely cooked perfect. It says a 12-hour cook. And then the beef short rib here. I mean, come on, I'm supposed to eat with these with my hands, aren't I? Absolutely delicious. The flavour on that is insane. Ah, wow. Pulling straight off the bone. Absolutely delicious. Wow, wow. Now, I forgot what that was, guys. This one is mac and cheese, and it is absolutely delicious. It's got dried onions on the top. Again, it's one of the nicest ones I've had. It's only in a small pot, but it's plenty enough for what's going on here. Remember, all this is 850 baht. Actually, you know, for brisket is expensive. I think that's reasonable, particularly within the stunning 5-star restaurant, hotel. Delicious. Oh yeah, so far, everything's just excellent. Now, guys, look at this here. This is the seafood platter. This is the most expensive dish on here, but that was 1,950 baht. Oh God, I don't even know. I mean, there's prawns, there's mussels, there's everything in there. That looks good. Dan, you reckon you can eat all that?
Yes.
Wow, that's insane. Here we've got some lobster. Oh, look at this. Beautiful, perfectly soft. That's the famous seafood sauce. I presume this one's sweet, Dan. I guess this is what you pay for, isn't it? You know, the higher prices, but this is absolutely delicious. Mm. Clean that lens. Well, with your finger, that's not good. Right, guys, that was the collective. Yes, I said collection before, but no, I read on the floor there and I noticed that it's actually collective. Basically, it's the Holiday Inn. It's the restaurant at the front. Absolutely stunning. It is 5-star surroundings, but it is 5-star prices as well. It's something that you would, now and again, you just treat yourself. That meal, I mean, we had everything. We had the beef barbecue, the brisket, the ribs, the pork short ribs beef short ribs were absolutely delicious. The brisket was delicious. And then the seafood platter with the lobster. And all this in a 5-star surrounding came to 4,180 baht, which I think, considering that's like £100 or 110 US dollars, not the cheapest, I totally get that, but something you do now and again is absolutely delicious, and something you do on a special occasion. Even though there's no special occasion, I just thought we'd try it for you. Now, guys, what we're going to do is we're going to go to a party at 2 Cup Corner. It's Johan's birthday, but I'm going to knock this video on the head here because we're going to have a few beers now, and I don't talk when I'm drunk on the camera. All right, guys, catch you on the next one. Bye-bye.
estudio en la escuela. Pajarita se de botín cuando visita a su abuela. Si necesita una amiga, debe hablar con un ratoncito. Si quieres ser mi amante, debe ser alta y delgadita.